Hey guys, got you on.
Hey, Beatles.
Hello,
All
Beatles.
right. Hey, welcome in. And here we are, game 7 of the Global League Championship Series. This is for all the marbles. Whoever wins this goes to the World Series. Hopefully, later today or this evening, myself or someone else will be broadcasting game 6 of the Universal League Championship Series between Canada and who are the other wankers? Tampa Bay. There we are. So a little bit of Monday baseball. So just a recap here. So going into today's game, Chicos and Manchester tied 3 games apiece. In the Universal League, it's Canada 3 games to 2 over Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay having won 2 straight. So that game will come later. But let's get into this, and we're going to have these guys set their lineups live. I'm going to set both to human for this game. All right. So don't know what ballpark we're using here. It's whatever I have assigned. It's proper ballpark. All right. So Chico's bail bonds. Let's start with your lineup. First with your starting pitcher.
It'll be Jake Weimer.
Jake Weimer will be taking the mound here and for the black and gold, being proud. All right. And the lineups, batting first.
Sternweiss.
Snuffy Sternweiss, who has led the league in more offensive categories, including body odor and nose hair. Thank you very much for that, Bob Euchre. But Sternweiss has been just an animal in this league. Welcome in, Bernie. All right, batting second.
That will be Pete Rose.
Let's just do these things in alphabetically order, because then there we go. Pete Rose, Charlie Hustle will be batting second. At third base, batting third for the bail bonds.
Deanna Navarro.
Deanna Navarro. What can we say about Deanna? Funny first name. There we go. All right, he's catching. Batting in the cleanup spot today. Hey, Todd B. Sternweiss. Oh, ja, Sternweiss. Raus. Sorry. Batting cleanup.
The cleanup will be the Prince of Baseball, Prince Fielder.
Prince Fielder. All right, there you go. And batting in the fifth slot.
Nick Etten.
Nick Etten. So an Etten is also a creature in Dungeons and Dragons.
That is true.
There we go. All right, Nick Etten playing what position, please?
He will be playing first base.
Okay. So then, what's Prince Fielder going to be?
Fielder is DH.
Fielder is the designated heretic. Okay, batting in the sixth slot will be
left fielder Hirsch Martin.
Hirsch Martin, a guy that we knew nothing about. Hirsch, 21 games in the regular season. So Hirsch really hoping for something big to shine here. All right, batting number 7.
Batting number 7. All right, this is going to be an interesting one. Right fielder Eric Hinsky.
Eric Hinsky, who saw no action this season. Interesting. Okay, batting 8th.
That will be center fielder Lindell.
So no relation to the pillow guy, I hope. There we go.
I hope not.
Oh, God. All right. And finally, batting in the number 9 slot
will be Bartlett. Jason Bartlett will be batting and playing shortstop in this game.
Playing shortstop. All right. Awesome. Now let's go to the Manchester Red Bolts. Pitching for the Red Bolts tonight will be
Brandon Webb.
Brandon Webb will get the nod in this crucial game 7. Leading off, batting first. Who is it?
Milton Bradley.
Milton Bradley, as Big Clue once famously said, he got game. All right, in right field, batting second.
Kevin Youkilis.
Kevin Youkilis. You kill us with Youkilis. All right, very good. Oops, accidentally put Ozzie Smith in there. No. How'd that happen? Get out of there, Ozzie. Okay, batting third. Oh, wait a minute. Why does he keep putting Ramirez in? What the flying? Give me a second here. Son of a bitch. It keeps grabbing the wrong dude. What the hell? And now I've got Youkilis. Yeah, but it's not letting me. There we go. All right, go ahead. Batting third.
Elston Howard.
There's a little ball field near Yankee Stadium, Elston Howard Field. All right, batting cleanup.
Mickey Mantle.
A scrub if ever there was one. Okay, batting fifth.
Stan the Man Musial.
Don't know, a Pennsylvania native. There you go, buddy. All right. And Stan is playing what position today?
DH.
He is the DH. All right. Batting number 6.
Jeff Heath.
Jeff Heath. All right. No relation to the Heath Candy Bar fortune. Batting 7th.
Sorry. What did you say? I didn't hear that. Batting 7th?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alexi Ramirez.
Alexi Ramirez. All right. And batting in the number 8 position.
Kenny Keltner.
I was looking at his name, and I'm like, I hope you're putting Kenny Keltner in the game. All right. And finally, batting 9th.
Ozzie Smith.
Ozzie Smith, the Wizard of Oz. All right, guys, your lineups are set. And that was great. It was a great quick son of a bitch. All right, guys, here we go.
Warming up in the bullpen, Whitey Ford.
Whitey Ford. So MV coming into this game with a lack of confidence, which we think is just the usual Red Bolts melodramatics and stuff. And he'd like to thank the Academy regardless.
Well, I've got even less confidence. So.
Oh, hold on a minute. That's not Yankee Stadium.
Yes, it is. It's not. It's a different Yankee. It is Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Don't get your knickers in a twist now. Yeah, calm down. Calm down. That's what. Yeah. So this is using a Gary Grigsby Park. For some reason, he couldn't be arsed to do the crowds, but I think he just wanted to paint the ballparks, and they're nice ballparks. All right. Anyhow, here we go. Welcome to Old Yankee Stadium. This is Game 7. This is for all the marbles between Chicos bail bonds and the Manchester Red Bolts. This series knotted at 3 games apiece. Jake Weimer will get the start for the Chicos, and opposed by Brandon Webb for Manchester. Chicos third baseman Pete Rose is on an 11-game hitting streak. It is 68 degrees, wind speed 7 miles per hour, right to left. Jake Weimer, in the regular season, 18 wins, 9 losses with a 3.18 earned run average. Brandon Webb, 12 and 14, 3.93. And let's go. All right, looking at the starting defense from left to right for the Manchester Red Bolts. In left field, Jeff Heath. In center field, Mickey Mantle. In right, Milton Bradley. Around the horn from first to third. At first base, Kevin Youkilis. At second, Alexi Ramirez. At short, the wizard himself, Ozzie Smith. At third base, Kenny Keltner. Catching is Elston Howard, and on the mound, Brandon Webb. We're going to just get Ozzie here like a little bit more in the infield because I think that would be nice. I think Ozzie's feeling a little bit, why am I way out here? Why am I way out here? There we go. Easy enough to fix that. Yeah, and there's that wonderful anthem bug that Mike and I love so much. Leading off, Snuffy Sternweiss, who has led in 6 offensive categories in this league, an absolute monster. In the playoffs, Sternweiss hitting at a 286 clip. He has a home run and 1 run batted in. The McGreevy rule is in effect. That means the bail bonds can make substitutions and call for intentional walks. The Manchester Red Bolts can make every managerial decision. These 2 guys are all on here, so don't need to look for the pink glove of despair as they are hearing the game in real time and seeing it in real time. All right, here we go. Webb peers in, has the sign from catcher Elston Howard, and we are ready to get underway. The 0-2 pitch to Sternweiss. Curveball, Sternweiss swung on and missed. So Brandon Webb picks up a strikeout, wasting no time. 1 up, 1 down for Charlie Hustle. Rose in the postseason, absolutely abysmal, hitting .095 with just 1 run batted in. So the hitting streak really was for the regular season, means nothing here. Baseball resets in October. All right. The lefty waits for Brandon Webb's delivery. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball, Rose bloops this one to short. Ozzie Smith making a nice grab. 2 up, 2 down now for Deanna Navarro, the catcher, hitting .278 with 5 runs batted in. So heavy lefty lineup here as Brandon Webb deals the 1-1 pitch. Fastball, Navarro, dribbler to short. Smith ranges to his left, making it look easy. Fires to first, and it's a bad throw by Ozzie Smith. This one gets away from Youkilis. So score that one, E6, and Deanna Navarro moves into scoring position. Possible little gift there. Can Chicos bail bonds take advantage of this? We shall see as Prince Fielder steps in. Prince having a superb season at the plate, or postseason, with 455 average and a run batted in. So Brandon Webb peers over his shoulder at Deanna Navarro. Navarro really no speed out there to worry about. Webb winds and fires the 3-1 pitch. Curveball. Fielder pops this one on the infield. Ramirez and Youkilis, but Ramirez waving off Youkilis and gloves it. So the error does no harm. We go to the bottom of the first, and it's the bail bonds nothing and the Red Bulls coming to bat. Looking at the starting defense now here for the Chicos in left field, it's Hirsch Martin. So a very, very different lineup today for Chicos bail bonds. Johnny Liddell at center, and right field, Eric Hinsky, who really, let me see, he played in one game the entire season. So there we go. Will be in right field. At first base, Nick Etten. At second, Snuffy Sternweiss. At short, Jason Bartlett. At the hot corner, Pete Rose. Catching Deanna Navarro and Jake Weimer. Ready to deal. So the southpaw peers in, has the sign as Milton Bradley is in the box. Bradley hitting just 0.77. And here's the wind in the 0-2 pitch. Fastball. Bradley swing and a miss. So Weimer also starts the game with a strikeout. So here's Kevin Youkilis now hitting 100 with a home run, 1 run batted in. Weimer at the 2-2 pitch. Fastball in there. Youkilis swings and misses. So 2 batters, 2 strikeouts for Weimer. So quickly 2 down here in the bottom of the first for the catcher, Elston Howard. So Howard hitting 200, a home run, 2 runs batted in. Weimer delivers. And Howard, first pitch swinging, bouncer to Sternweiss onto Nick Etten for the 4-3 putout. That retires the side. No runs, hits, or errors. 1 in the books here at Old Yankee Stadium, and we are scoreless. And Nick Etten will lead things off, playing first base for Chicos. Nick Etten hitting 167, a home run, 3 runs batted in this postseason. Brandon Webb sets and fires 1-1 curveball, bouncer up to first. Youkilis will take this one, 3 unassisted. 1 up, 1 down now for Hirsch Martin playing left field. Martin hitting 375 in the postseason, and he has batted in 4. Webb with the 2-1 delivery, fastball, bouncer toward first. Youkilis underhands it to Webb, covering for the 3-1 putout. 2 up and 2 down for Eric Hinsky. So Eric Hinsky, pre-game interviews, he says he's really excited, feels that he can make something happen here. Virtually seeing no action in the regular season and none at all in the playoffs. Brandon Webb deals the 0-1 pitch. Curveball. Hinsky bounces this one to second. Ramirez ranges far to his right and barehands it and fires onto first. We got a quick moving game here. We go to the bottom of second, and we are scoreless. Mickey Mantle will lead things off here. The Mick in the postseason hitting 389. He's gone yard once and 5 runs batted in, hitting righty against the southpaw, Jake Weimer. Navarro has the signs. Weimer has one he likes. And here's the pitch. And Mantle lines this one into left field. Base hit under the glove of Bartlett, and the Mick is aboard. So here we go. First hit in this ball game. And Mickey Mantle in the playoffs stole 1 game. In the actual season, he stole 12. So Stan the Man Musial steps in now, having an excellent postseason, hitting 318. He has a run batted into his credit. Mantle, pretty good lead off first. Weimer checks the runner. And the 0-2 pitch to the Mick. Fastball. And called strike 3. So another strikeout for Jake Weimer. That's his 3rd. And it's up to Jeff Heath now to try to move Mantle around. Heath hitting 211, a home run, 2 runs batted in for him. Weimer with the 2-1 throws over. Mantle slides back in ahead of the sweep tag from Nick Etten. Navarro sets up again. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Heath swings in this changeup, base hit over second into center field. Lindell up with it, and they're going to stop Mantle at second. So 2-1, Mantle at second, Jeff Heath at first, and it brings up Alexi Ramirez, the second baseman, with a run batted in the postseason. Jake Weimer, southpaw, lets it go. 0-1 pitch to Ramirez, drops the hammer. Sternweiss will go to Bartlett on to Etten for the inning-ending double play. So we are scoreless as we go to the top of the third. So Johnny Lindell will lead things off here, hitting at a 100 clip with 2 runs batted in. It'll be Lindell, Bartlett, and then Sternweiss for the Chico bail bondsman. Brandon Webb thus far has struck out a batter in this game, has yet to walk anyone. No score here. The 1-2 pitch, curveball to Lindell, 2 bouncer, room service bounce to Ozzie Smith, and fires on to Euclid for the 6-3 putout. So 1 away here in the top of the third inning as it brings up Jason Bartlett. Jason Bartlett hitting .333 in the postseason. 1 run batted in for him. Brandon Webb with the 0-2 pitch, fastball catching the inside corner. So 2 up and 2 down. And we're back at the top of the order for the absolutely explosive Snuffy Sternweiss. Sternweiss struck out back in the first to lead off the contest. Brandon Webb looking for another one. Count full, fastball, base hit up the middle. So that will take care of the no-hitter. First hit of the game for bail bonds. And we'll see now with Sternweiss what he is going to do on first. As we mentioned, one of the categories that Sternweiss led in was stolen bases. So with, I believe, 67 in the regular season. So let's see. Has he stolen any in the postseason? He has. So 4 stolen bases here. All right. So here's the pitch. And there goes Sternweiss. The throw down, the tag, and Snuffy Sternweiss does it again. That's his 5th stolen base in the postseason. So runner in scoring position now for Chico bail bonds with 2 down here in the top of the third. Rose back in. And the 1-0 pitch. Fastball, Rose, base hit up the middle. Mantle up with it. Sternweiss will round third. Will Mantle throw home? He will. The tag is not in time, and the Chicos jump out to a 1-0 lead here in the top of the third with 2 down. Pete Rose at second, and Deanna Navarro, 0-for-1 in this game, was safe on a throwing error back in the first. That didn't come back to bite anybody. The 2-2 pitch. Navarro cuts and misses on the fastball. That ends the inning, but a big run scores in 2 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the third here in Old Yankee Stadium. It's the bail bonds 1 and the Red Bolts nothing. Beautiful day for baseball. Just a slight breeze crossing here, so shouldn't be a big factor. Left-handers looking at that enticingly short right field porch here in Yankee Stadium. All right, so Ken Keltner leads it off. Absolute monster, acquired from the Cleveland Indians, was a member of that great 1948 Cleveland Indians team, the last time they won a World Series. Keltner hitting .150 in the postseason with 2 home runs, 3 runs batted in. Weimer from the belt delivers the 2-1 pitch. Fastball, fly ball to right. Hinsky has it measured. Can of corn. 1 up, 1 down now for the Wizard of Oz. And Ozzie hitting .400 in the postseason. Weimer deals the 0-1 pitch. Changeup bunted out in front of the plate. Navarro pounces on it, and that takes care of Ozzie Smith. So 2 away now, and we're back at the top of the order for the Red Bolts. And Milton Bradley and this decisive Game 7. Bradley, last time up, struck out against Jake Weimer. Weimer with 3 punch-outs in the game thus far. 0-2 pitch to Bradley. Curveball, this one. A bunt single down in front of the plate. Navarro jumps on the ball, but by the time he's up with it, Bradley's at first. Ball took a weird bounce, but stayed fair. So Bradley aboard, and just looking at Bradley, any threat to steal? Perhaps. 4 stolen bases in this postseason. Brings up Kevin Youkilis now. Youkilis, a strikeout victim against Weimer back in the first. All right. Weimer deals with 2 down in the 1-2 pitch. Fastball, cut on and missed, and that does it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 3 in the books here at Yankee Stadium, and it's 1-0. So we're going to do something a little bit unconventional, talk to our managers just a little bit about how you guys are feeling coming into this decisive Game 7. So, Chico, you're the visitor. Why don't you go first? What do you say, Buckshot? How you feeling so far?
Well, the butterflies haven't gone away yet, so.
All right.
But I'm happy about Sternweiss. He did it again once they get him on base.
So I think a lot of people would be curious, especially those catching later, since this is an afternoon game. Most people are at work. You have a very unconventional lineup using some players that didn't get a lot of playing time. It was just your thought process is a little bit about that, if you don't mind sharing.
No. I've lost 3 already here in this damn stadium. So, and I wanted to replace a couple of the guys that were struggling the most there. And,
nice.
We'll see if it works.
Give some guys a chance. What do you say, MV? How are you feeling coming into today's game?
I hated Stuffy Sternweiss before the game. I hated him at the national anthem, and I still hate Stuffy Sternweiss. That's how I feel.
There we go. They don't call MV the modern John McGraw for nothing. Well, no, McGraw. It's McGraw. Absolutely. Babe Ruth. He thought. For all John McGraw's greatness, he did adjust to the live ball era and very well, but he didn't see the writing on the wall. And in the 1921 and 22 World Series, it worked very well because they fed Babe Ruth nothing but curveballs, and he still hadn't mastered hitting the curveball. And he said, we'll just put the big monkey on his ass. So he wasn't a big Babe Ruth fan. So channeling a little John McGraw here, but MV, the pressure's really on you because you're the only person in our YouTube sports gaming community who won one of the McGreevies. So you won a McGreevy, you won a Shanks, and now you're trying to go all the way and be the only manager to have won 3 different leagues. Does that put any added pressure on you?
Not really. Someone's going to win. So I think we've only played 3 or 4 of these or 5 of these. I think it's been fun. That's the most important thing that I've learned about baseball.
Exactly.
I met some cool guys, apart from Clue. So
right.
It's been good.
All right. Both guys are looking forward to this. Let's move forward here as Todd asks, more important, who the hell is Hinsky? So there we go. All right. They don't call Todd the best silent color man in the league for nothing. That's for sure. I had no idea who he was. Anyhow. So let's do this. So Prince Fielder is nothing for 1, assuming the DH mantle. Popped to second back in the first. So 5 hits in this game, 1 run on the board and 1 error. All right, Brandon Webb with the 1-1 delivery. Fastball. This one, hard ground ball to first. Plenty of time for Kenny Keltner. And they retire Prince Fielder for out number 1. All right, Nick Etten steps in now. The first baseman grounded to first back in the second. Brandon Webb toes the rubber, winds, and fires. Count full on Etten. Fastball missing, and Etten aboard. That's the first walk issued by Brandon Webb to accompany his 3 punch-outs. All right, so here's Hirsch Martin now. Hirsch Martin grounded to first. So Brandon Webb looking for the 2 ball here. And Martin, first pitch swinging, and they are not going to turn 2 as Etten upends Ramirez, so unable to get the throw in time. So Martin aboard on the fielder's choice, 2 away now for Eric Hinsky. Mystery player here. He grounded to second last time up. Hirsch Martin with no steals and only 5 in the season from which he was drafted, I should say. The 0-2 pitch, changeup, and Hinsky bounces this one to first. Close play, but they do get Hinsky, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3.5 in the books, and we have a pitcher's duel here. Bail Bonds 1, Red Bolts nothing. What was that, MV?
I see D. Scott Howard's been ejected for saying go Red Bolts.
Welcome in, D. Scott Howard. Good to see you. All right, Elston Howard now will lead things off here in the bottom of the 4th inning, followed by Mickey Mantle and Stan Musial. So the heart of this very dangerous Manchester order up, but so far have been absolutely flummoxed, if you will, by Jake Weimer. So the southpaw pitching a fine game, 4 strikeouts thus far. Elston Howard, 0 for 1, grounded to second back in the 1st inning. Navarro sets up. Weimer deals the 1-1 pitch, fastball, base hit, line through the box, And turning on the Jets is Elston Howard picking up the extra base hits. So that's
boys.
There you go. So this is the 4th base hit for the Red Bolts, and there's a chance here for them to tie this game. Nobody out, and Mickey Mantle strides to the plate. So Jake Weimer needing to bear down here against Mantle, who's 1 for 1. Line drive single back in the 2nd. Weimer peers over his left shoulder, checks Howard, peers in, has the sign from Deanna Navarro. The 3-1 pitch, he's behind Mantle. Fastball missing. So that's going to be the first walk issued by Jake Weimer. Elston Howard at second, Mantle trailing him at first. Welcome in, David Lando. Good to see you.
I'm good with that walk.
All right. Stan Musial struck out back in the 2nd. So Weimer would like to turn 2 here if possible. Howard, not a lot of speed at 2nd. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball swung on by Musial. This one grounded to short. Bartlett ranging to his right. His only play will be to first, and actually pretty close. Musial, good speed going down the line there. So the runners do advance. 1 down. Elston Howard now at 3rd. Mickey Mantle perched at the Keystone sack, and it brings up the left fielder, Jeff Heath. Heath singled back in the 2nd.
Put Heath on for me, please.
Intentionally walk?
I'm going to intentionally walk him. Yep.
All right. And, of course, Heath will take. All right. So the bases are loaded, and it brings up Alexi Ramirez. So with first base open, now looking to get the inning-ending double play, Chico Bell Bonds. And pretty smart here as Ramirez grounded into a double play back in the 2nd. All right. No place to put him. Bases sold out with Red Bolts. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball. Weimer goes home, and it is a double play. Beautiful, beautiful. Or no, not a double play, but they do get the runner at home. So, cut off at the plate, and we're just going to look at that again because it's just fun. It's just fun to look at. So, here it comes. So, Ramirez, look at that. Good heads up. And you know what? There was so much pressure on Weimer. You knew the runner was off. So, great play at home. By the Chico Bell Bonds battery, because you missed that tag, you got a tie game. All right, 2 down now. The pressure easing up perhaps a little bit on Jake Weimer as Ken Keltner steps in. Not a hitter to be trifled with, however. Fly to right back in the 3rd. Bases loaded. Mickey Mantle at 3rd. Jeff Heath at 2nd. Alexi Ramirez at 1st. Weimer from the stretch. The 3-0 pitch. Fastball and walks the tying run. So a little gift there to the Red Bolts. And we'll see whether there's going to be any action in the pen here for the Chico Bell Bonds as Ozzie Smith steps in. Tie score here. Bunted out last time. Weimer lets it go. Curveball. Smith first pitch swinging. Great play by Snuffy Sturmweiss. Diving stop, and as he's hitting the ground, throws the ball. Nick Etten with a good stretch to get the runner. Great play for Snuffy Sturmweiss, doing it defensively and offensively. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. 4 in the books here at Old Yankee Stadium, and we are knotted at 1. We got a hell of a good ball game here. I didn't expect this, guys. All right, not this close, not this close. I really thought somebody was going to jump out to a huge lead early, and this was going to be a game of catch-up. But loving to see this. All right, Johnny Lindell will lead things off here. Lindell grounded to short back in the 3rd. So Brandon Webb, 3 strikeouts and a walk thus far. Winds and deals the 0-2 pitch. Change up. This one lined hard to 3rd. What a play by Ken Keltner. And you know what? It's not calling it a great play, but that was a scorcher. And Keltner just stopped an extra base hit right there. So I credit him with a great play regardless. All right.
Let me look at the bench, please, for Bartlett.
Absolutely. There we go. Slash Deep Gaming, welcome in. So as the manager's looking here. There's a pretty tough bench here. He's got a lot to choose from, and sometimes an embarrassment of riches can be just as difficult to deal with as a paucity of riches. So we'll see what Chicos Bail Bonds decides to do here.
Let's give Indian Bob Johnson a shot at this one.
All right. Bob Johnson will come in to pinch hit. All right, here we go. Looking at Johnson, nothing in the postseason. So leading it off here. Brandon Webb, the 2-1 delivery. Fastball. Johnson, high fly ball deep to center field. Mantle, though, has a lot of room. Big spacious center field. Backpedals on this one and makes the catch. 2 down now for the leadoff man, Snuffy Sternweiss. He struck out, singled up the middle, and made a great play in this game. Brandon Webb deals the 1-0 delivery. Change up to Sternweiss. Base hit into right center field, and Sternweiss is aboard with 2 down. And you can hear the Manchester Red Bolts manager groaning in frustration as Pete Rose strides to the plate. Who would ever think you would see a baseball game where you're more worried about Snuffy Sternweiss than baseball's all-time hits leader? But Pete Rose, 1 for 2, has an RBI that scored Snuffy Sternweiss back in the third to give Chicos that short-lived 1-0 lead. Sternweiss, good lead off second. Webb checks the runner, throws over. Sternweiss dives back. Euclid with a close tag there. The 1-2 pitch. Pete Rose cuts on this one. This should end the inning. Dribbler to first, and Euclid to Webb, and that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th in a very rapidly moving game, and we are knotted at 1, and Chicos needs a shortstop, and it will be Dave Concepcion. That's who you got. You good there, Buckshot?
Yes, perfect.
All right. So Bob Johnson will sit down. Milton Bradley will lead things off here. He struck out and then an infield single. That was that weird little roller that Navarro thought was going to go foul. Stayed fair in front of the plate, and Milton Bradley on at first. Jake Weimer deals the count even at 2. Fastball in there for a strike 3. Might have chased a little bit, borderline call. Anyhow, that's strikeout number 5 for Jake, and it brings up Kevin Euclid. Euclid has struck out twice. So Jake Weimer's 5 strikeouts, 2 against the man at the plate right now. Weimer winds and fires. Curveball! This one is high back toward the wall, but making the catch is Hinsky. So a little bit too high and not enough horizontal. All right, 2 away now for Elston Howard. So he's grounded out and doubled in the game. The 0-1 pitch to Howard. Fastball, and this one line to left, base hit. Martin plays that one on the hop, gets it into Dave Concepcion. So 1 on, 2 away for Manchester, brings up Mickey Mantle. The Mick is 1 for 1, and he walked back in the 4th. Howard, a couple steps off of first. Weimer with the 0-2 delivery now to Mickey. Fastball, and swing and a miss. 6 strikeout for Jake Weimer. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We have played 5, and we are knotted at 1. We've got a hell of a good ball game going here. Gianna Navarro will lead things off here, then Prince Fielder and Nick Etten. Navarro in the game thus far was safe in a throwing error back in the first, struck out in the 3rd. Got a real tight ball game here between 2 excellent teams here in the Global League side of the Fields of Dreams baseball project. Brandon Webb with the 2-1 pitch. Fastball to Navarro, grounded back to the mound. Webb fields it cleanly, fires onto Euclid for the 1-3 putout. 1 up, 1 down now for Prince Fielder. The DH is popped to second, grounded to third. Chico Bail Bonds expecting a lot more out of Fielder with his power. On the season from which he was acquired, 34 home runs. But right now, at least a pretty good batting average of .385 as of this at bat, with 1 run batted in. The 3-1 pitch, Fielder takes this one and grounder, and so it was a little double pump there by Alexi Ramirez, but he did get Fielder for second out. Close play at first, closer than it should have been. Nick Etten now 0 for 1, walked back in the 4th. Howard flashes the sign. Webb shaking him off, now has one he likes. The 1-1 pitch, curveball, Nick Etten sends this one high fly ball to left. Heath back on it, and he will make the catch to retire the side. Bottom of the
Hate this
sixth.
park.
We are knotted at 1. All right, Stan Musial. I can change the picture if you'd like, but it's still going to be Yankee Stadium. So, yeah, I know you'd like Baker Bowl about now, right?
Yes.
So,
Typical game
All
between
right.
the Chicos and the Red Balls. Always tight.
there we go. I got to remember to upscale these. I do like these Grigsby. I think they're beautifully done. I really do. And I mean, this is doing them no justice, very pixelated. Got to remember to do that. All right. Stan Musial will lead things off, grounded to short, back in the 4th. Here's Jake Weimer, brings it home. The 1-0 changeup, base hit past Concepcion into left field. Lindell and Martin will converge. Lindell gets to the ball first, fires it into the infield, and Stan, the man is aboard. Jeff Heath strides to the plate. Heath 1 for 1 in the contest. Last time up, he was intentionally walked with the bases loaded, which actually paid off. And then one batter later, of course, Manchester able to tie the game up. Weimer checks Musial at first. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball. This one bunted out in front of the plate. Navarro jumps on it, gets rid of Jeff Heath, but sacrifice successful as Musial moves into scoring position. So the potential go-ahead run on board for the Red Bolts as Alexi Ramirez comes to the plate. The second baseman has grounded out twice.
Can I have a look at my bench, please?
Absolutely. So again, just like the Chico Bell bonds, they're baseball fans. Pretty tough bench here. So an embarrassment of riches for both sides. He's here at Midlife Crisis. He's talking. And welcome in.
Yeah, let's do it. Stay with it.
You're gonna stay with it? All right.
Yes, please.
All right. So Ramirez stands in against Weimer. Weimer with 6 strikeouts, 3 walks thus far through 5 1/3 worked. The 0-1 pitch. Ramirez takes this spitball. This one's going to go for extra bases down the right field line. Musial will round third and score as Hinsky chases it down in the corner. Ramirez is going to go for 3 and gets past the cutoff man, the slide, the tag, and it is a double, an RBI, or a triple, triple, and an RBI. And the Red Bolts now pick up a big run here in the end of the middle thirds of this game, the middle third. So it is 2-1. Still 1 down. Alexi Ramirez knocking at the door just 90 feet away. No movement at all in the bullpen. Looks like they're going to stay with Weimer.
Yeah. Let's go to the bullpen. We're going to bring Brown in.
We are going to the bullpen. All right. So Mordecai Peter Centennial Brown, known as Three Finger, will come in to pitch. So in the playoffs, he is 2-2. Or I'm sorry, he's not 2-2. He has no decisions. I'm sorry. So that was my mistake. But let's see. He has struck out 13 and he's walked 7. So Brown finishing his warm-up pitches here as Kenny Keltner steps in. So Manchester looking for some insurance against one of the greatest pitchers of all time. So it was Jake Weimer that walked in that second run, and that happened back in the bottom of the
bench.
Yeah. All right.
Let's have a quick look. We are gonna go with. It's for all the marbles. What the hell? Let's go with. No, leave it.
Okay. As they say in poker, MV is going to stand pat. Keltner 0 for 1 in the game. 1 out, 1 run in. Alexi Ramirez at third. Three Finger Brown has the sign from Deanna Navarro. From the stretch in the 1-2 pitch, changeup, and Keltner bounces this one to first. Etten will go to first for the out, but the run will score. So an RBI and it is now 3-1 Red Bulls. This game far from over. All right, Ozzie Smith bats with 2 down, and the base is empty. Smith has bunted out to the catcher, grounded to second. Three-finger Brown with a 1-0 delivery to Smith. Change up. Hopper back to the mound. Close play, and it's going to be an error on Mordecai Brown. Luckily, though, Nick Etten playing the position well, able to corral that ball, keeping Ozzie Smith anchored at first. So E1, now each team matching in errors, brings up Milton Bradley now. Speedy Ozzie Smith on at first. Does have a stolen base in the postseason. Brown brings it home. Bradley cuts in the first pitch, and no, it's a pitch out. Ozzie Smith not going. The count, nope, over again. They're trying to keep Smith close, and that was a very, very, very close call. Smith able to just get the hand in under Etten's tag. Navarro sets again. 1 ball, no strike delivery. Change up to Bradley, and that's a call. Strike 3. Could have been a lot worse for Chico bail bondsman, but still 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error. We head to the 7th inning, and it's the Red Bolts 3 and the bail bonds 1.
Bullpen, please, Beatles.
Bullpen. All right. Webb looking strong out there, but Manchester may be making a move here. We'll see.
Get me Francisco, please.
Frank Francisco?
Yep.
You got it. All right, so Frank Francisco will come on now for the Red Bolts. Brandon Webb's day is done. Leaves with a 3-run lead. Let's see. For Francisco, he's had two games in these playoffs. He's worked just an inning. And he has struck out 1 and walked a batter. All right, and he will face Hirsch Martin here to lead things off. Martin in the game is grounded out twice. And here we go. The 1-2 pitch, fastball, and rip and a miss. 1 up, 1 down. Eric Hinsky now. He is grounded out twice. Hinsky, the lefty, stands in against Francisco. Francisco into the windup.
Okay, never mind.
And this one, roller to third. Oh, nice play by Youkilis. Bounces on the ball and kind of throws it over his shoulder. And Francisco able to get on the bag. What a great play there by Kevin Youkilis. So 2 down. Now we'll start to slow things down a little bit here.
Yeah, I had my microphone off, but that's okay. No problem.
All right. You stay with Lindell here. He is 0 for 2. He's grounded.
Let me see what I got.
All right.
Let me see my bench.
Yep.
We'll stay with Lindell.
I'm going to stay with Lindell. So for anybody catching this later, both managers are here on mic. All right. And Mike is saying, get off me. I'm from New England, and I don't approve of those things. But there we go. Johnny Lindell, nothing for 2. Here we go. 0-2 pitch. Fastball. Lindell scorches this one to left. This one caroms off the wall. Lindell chugging for second, and he makes it. So a 2-out double. Can the Chico bail bonds crew capitalize on the extra base hit? Dave Concepcion making his first plate appearance in this game, hitting just 176 in the postseason with a run batted in.
I don't have another shortstop, so he has to stay in.
All right. Lindell at second, 2 down. Concepcion represents the tying run. Looking at Concepcion here in the season from which he was selected, just 6 home runs. So not a threat to crank one, but it is baseball after all. The 1-0 delivery to Concepcion. Curveball, high fly ball, right field. Bradley back on it, gloves it for the final out. 7th inning stretch time, 3-1. All right. And as the last four notes to the course of Take Me Out to the Ball Game resound around the Big Apple, we head to the
bullpen,
bottom
please.
of the seventh. And I'm going to go to the bullpen.
Bring Mark Littell in, please.
Mark Littell. All right. Mark Littell will come in to pitch for the Chicos. Littell in the postseason with 7 strikeouts and a walk.
Bench, please, Beatles.
Going to the bench here. Youkilis at the bat. We'll see what Manchester decides to do.
Gami Kubek, please.
Tony Kubek, much beloved of Pirates fans. All right. Tony Kubek in the postseason hitting 111 with a run batted in. All right. Here we go. Mark Littell against Tony Kubek. It'll be Kubek, Howard, and Mantle. So 3 Yankees in the batting order now. No surprise. The count full to Kubek. Fastball missing. And that will be a leadoff walk. And you don't like those. And Elston Howard, 2 for 3 on the day. He has grounded out, doubled, and singled. Howard, not known for grounding into double plays. From the season for which he was selected, only grounded into 5 all season. So Littell needs to bear down here against the catcher. The 3-1 pitch, fastball, and this one hit hard, but foul. All right, so almost got his money worth. The count goes full. Here's the pitch, fastball. Oh, big strikeout, swing and a miss. So hang up a K for Mark Littell, and that was a big one. All right, Mickey Mantle now 1 for 2. Waiting on deck, Stan Musial with 1 away. The 2-2 pitch. Fastball, long fly ball to right, but Hinsky has it in his sights and pulls it down. So Littell coming in under a lot of pressure and keeping this Manchester team quiet, but he's got to get past Stan Musial. Musial, last time up, singled to left center. Littell ready to work. Count full on Musial. Curveball. And curveball misses. This one just a bit high. So Littell tried to drop the hammer, but it didn't quite hit the nail. Jeff Heath comes in now. Heath, last time bunted out. He was also intentionally walked in this game and had a single way back in the second. Kubek at second. Musial at first. And the 2-2 pitch. Fastball, and Jeff Heath, swing and a miss. And there's our stupid anthem bug again. That's really irritating. Oh well. Based on an old English drinking song, same melody. Gotta love it. So I guess when Francis Scott Key wrote this, he had a few pints and said, you know, fuck it. I know this old English drinking song. Let's put words to it then. Yes. And he did. All right. Snuffy. We got to change the American national anthem. I hear everybody else's national anthems that are beautiful. They're dignified. And ours, though, the only people write the American national anthem. When singers sing it, it's just because they want to hit that high note to be cool. Right. So let's change it to America the Beautiful or something like that. I don't know. But either way, that'll just keep playing in the game, too. Snuffy Sternwaist, the bane of Manchester's existence, will lead things off here in the 8th. This could be the pivotal inning here, baseball fans. 2 singles for Snuffy and a great play. So 2 for 3.
Wait. You need a first baseman for Manchester.
Oh, yes, we do. MV.
Yeah, good point. Thank you.
They wouldn't have let me do anything anyhow, so.
Scouron, please.
Bill Scouron. All right. Moose. All right, Kubek will sit down. All right, we are ready to go. Good ball game. Whoever wins, guys, you guys put together an excellent team. Be proud. All right, Francisco deals. Fastball to Sternwaist. Long fly ball to right, but not deep enough. Milton Bradley races it toward the foul line and pulls it down for out number 1. Pete Rose, 1 for 3. Has an RBI back in the 3rd. Grounded to first back in the 5th. 2-0 pitch, spitball, Bouncer to short. Alexi Ramirez onto the Moose for the 4-3 put out. So 2 up, 2 down now for Gianna Navarro. Hitless in 3 attempts. Grounded to the pitcher last time up. 3-0 delivery. And split fastball misses. And Navarro is aboard and Francisco is tired. We're going to stop for both of these managers to see what they'd like to do.
Fingers, please. Give me Rolly fingers. Yeah.
Raleigh fingers?
Yeah.
All right.
Take a look at my bench real quick.
Absolutely.
Vladimir Guerrero.
All right. Big Vlad coming in. All right, so here we go. Guerrero in the postseason hitting .286, a home run, 3 runs batted in. So swing of the bat could tie it up right here. Looking at the great Raleigh fingers here, 1 strikeout in the postseason, no walks. So not seeing a lot of action. He's worked in 3 games, 2 2/3 innings, and gave up 1 hit. All right, here we go. The 0-1 pitch to Guerrero, curveball, and this one bounced to short, and Ozzie Smith will make the easy toss onto Alexi Ramirez. Side retired. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Still 3-1. Alexi Ramirez, Kenny Keltner, and Ozzie Smith due up for the Red Bolts. So Ramirez, excellent day at the plate, and that was because that last at bat. Big RBI triple that gave the Red Bolts the lead in the 6th. Mark Littell stays on in relief. The 2-1 delivery, curveball swung on, base hit, right field, past Sternwaist into right field. Hinsky coming in on that ball, and Ramirez will hold it first. Kenny Keltner, nothing for 2.
Let me take a look at the bullpen real quick.
The bullpen, absolutely. All hands to the pump.
Can you display starters as well, please?
Absolutely. There you go.
And afterwards, because I'll take a look at mine afterwards.
All right, I'm gonna leave Littell in there for right now.
All right. And MV, you said, what did you say?
I'll have a look at my bench, please.
Absolutely. So all righties left. And there's 007. How you doing there, Yoko? Welcome to the ballpark.
Leave Kenny in there, please.
Who do you want?
I'll just say leave Kenny in there, please.
Okay, you're going to leave Keltner in? All right. And we are underway. Navarro into the crouch. Littell has the sign. Ramirez at first. Nobody out. There goes Ramirez. The throw down by Navarro. Not in time. Alexi Ramirez picking up his first stolen base of the postseason.
Hold on, Beatles. I'll have another look again for his bench. All right. I will stay with. No, leave it as it is.
Okay, all right. So still going to stay with Kenny Keltner. Nothing for 2. Keltner walked as scoring Mantle back in the 4th. Grounded to first. So, and that brought in, actually, that was that force play in. So can't credit an RBI there. And they're going to intentionally walk Ken Keltner after all of that to get to Ozzie Smith. Smart play, I think, there. All right, here's Ozzie Smith. Smith has bunted out, grounded out twice, but the last time was safe on a throwing error. So Smith waits. Smith is a deadly superb bunter and a good hit and run man.
That's why I wanted to pitch against the other guy and intentionally walk Smith, but it did the other thing for me, but that's all right.
Absolutely. Going forward, no changes?
No
Yeah,
change.
yeah, yeah. No, I wanted to pitch against Keltner and then intentionally walk Smith
Right.
because I match up against Bradley better with Littell. But
Yeah,
it is what it is, so we got to go with it now.
it is what it is. All right. Littell ready to work. The infield in at the corners, but to no avail. Long fly ball. Foul. Hirsch Martin chasing it to the seats, but lands 6 rows back. All right. The count, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 on, nobody down. And Littell fires it in. Curveball to Smith. Shallow fly ball to center. Lindell has it measured, makes the catch. So big out there, 1 out. Milton Bradley has struck out 3 times today. 1 for 4. The only time he didn't strike out was an infield single back in the 3rd. Count even at 2. Fastball to Bradley. Oh, back to Littell. Good heads-up play. Able to get Keltner, but not able to turn 2. So runners at the corners, and it brings up the Moose, Bill Skowron, who came on. Skowron making his first plate appearance, and Skowron hitting 500 pardon me, in the postseason. Elston Howard waits on deck. This is Littell's biggest out here, or potential out. From the stretch, and the 1-2 pitch, fastball, and swing and a miss. The Moose goes down swinging. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the top of the 9th inning. And the Chicos will send Etten, Martin, and Hinsky to the plate. And you would like to look at your bullpen?
No. Bullpen's fine. I just want to look at the defensive guy, Kinsler, please. Kinsler.
Oh, you want to look at
Kinsler for Ramirez. That's fine.
Okay, so you want to bring in Kinsler, is what you're saying?
Yeah,
Right, second base.
Second base.
All right. So Ian Kinsler will come in. Ramirez will go out. All right. Any other changes?
I want to look at my bench.
All right. Let's look at your bench.
Well, just click on. You can just click on that. No.
I'll do it this way. You can do it this way. I'm already there. Give me a second here. Is it if it'd be easier for you to look at it as batting?
Please. Yeah, there's too many because I'm looking at too much shit. I need to see.
There you go.
What's available? Thank you.
There you go.
Yep. All right. Let me enlarge the screen.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were thinking of what you were. So yeah, gotcha.
Yep. Let's put Frank Chance in.
Frank Chance in.
Yep.
To pinch hit.
Yes.
All right. All right. Frank Chance, the peerless leader, Hall of Famer, a member of that great Cubs double play tandem about which Franklin P. Adams wrote, but Frank Chance, superb baseball player. However, in the playoffs, hitting just 167. All right, here we go. Raleigh fingers, winds, and the 2-0 pitch. Chance, bounder, ball to short, and Smith gloves it and fires onto Moose Skowron. So
And
2 outs left
bench,
here.
The bench again, please. Let's try. Well, we're gonna go all hands on deck here. Who's this? Let's see. No, let's leave Martin. Let's leave Martin in for right now. We're gonna leave Martin.
All right. So Hirsch Martin 0 for 3 in the game.
I like the lefty right matchup better.
He's grounded out twice and struck out. Raleigh fingers into the wind and the pitch. And this one, an easy grounder to Ozzie Smith, fires down to.
And now definitely going to bench.
All right. Chico's down to the last out.
And let's try BJ Upton.
BJ Upton will come in to pinch hit. All right. Upton not doing much in the postseason here, as you can see. All right. This is it. Perhaps. The 0-1 pitch to Upton. Curveball, base hit, scorched past Smith into left field. And the tying run comes to the plate. And Johnny Lindell, 1 for 3 today. Double back in the 7th.
I'm probably going to keep him, but let's take a look. Yeah, we're going to keep him.
You're making some interesting choices because I'm looking at one name in particular.
Yeah,
in
I know,
here.
I know. But
Everybody's looking at the same name. Everybody's
all
looking at
right.
the same name,
You
man.
know
But
what?
we're not going
You
to
know what?
manage.
Let's try. Hold on. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's do it. Go to Foster.
Right now, I didn't say the name, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, but
All right,
we all
George
know.
Foster.
We all know.
Yeah, we all know George Foster
Yep.
hitting 333. So Foster, dangerous.
He's struggling
And
against
this,
righties though, so we'll see how it goes.
yeah, in the season from which he was drafted, 40 home runs, 120 runs batted in. All right. So B.J. Upton at first, 44 steals from his season, none in the postseason.
He's gonna. I'm not crazy about this. I think he's gonna struggle against this, but we'll try and see.
It's not too late.
Nope. We're good.
Throw over, Upton back. Fingers checks the runners, look home. Foster, the pitch out, nothing going. Upton thought about going to second. Elston Howard sets up
I
again.
wish you would.
And the 1-0 pitch. Change up this one. Oh, great play by Elston Howard. That one in the dirt. Howard able to corral that ball. Wow. Huge play. All right, the count remains 2 balls, no strikes. Fingers delivers fastball to Foster. This one popped foul, and this one should make the seats. Keltner giving chase, and 3 rows back. Oof. All right, the count is 2-1. We reset. Raleigh Fingers brings it home. Fastball to Foster, and that is your ball game.
Mr. Strikeout.
So the Red Bolts will advance to the World Series, and Chico Bail Bonds goes down and defeat 3-1. But a hell of a ball game.
Good game, MV.
Buckshot, you are the man. Seriously, you had me sweating.
That was an excellent game.
Great game.
And I'll tell you what, Buckshot, nothing to be ashamed of. You put together a hell of a team, and you fought. Yeah, you really did. So Snuffy Sternwaist, let's look at some highlights here. There's only 2 really to look at. Sternwaist today went 2 for 4 with a stolen base. So he'll enjoy the offseason and be ready to start with Chicos in spring training. It'll be coming up in a few weeks, I suspect. For the Manchester Red Bolts, it was Alexi Ramirez today who actually got pulled, but went 2 for 4 with a triple and a stolen base. Jake Weimer, who was pitching a good game in the early going, takes the loss. 0-2 he'll finish in the playoffs. Brandon Webb gets the win. He goes to 1-1. They'll be waiting for the Manchester will be waiting for the winner of Canada and Tampa Bay. Canada leading in that game, our series 3-2. No home runs in this game. We did have a triple by Alexi Ramirez. It was an RBI triple. And, of course, doubles, big deal. Let's go to pitching. All right, looking at Weimer, went 5 1/3, gave up 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned, walked 3, struck out 6. Three-Finger Brown worked 2/3 of an inning, struck out a batter. Mark Littell worked 2 innings, gave up a hit, walked 3, and struck out 3. For Manchester, Brandon Webb went 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, walked 1, struck out 3. Fran Francisco worked 1 2/3 in relief. I gave up a hit, a walk, and a strikeout. Raleigh Fingers picks up his 3rd save in the postseason. 1 1/3 worked. I gave up a hit and a strikeout. Miscellaneous. And your player of the game, Alexi Ramirez. And that does it.
Oh, Buckshot, man. Wow.
No, that's why I didn't want to put Foster. He strikes out all the time against right-handed pitchers, and that's why I didn't want to. I knew I just.
Yeah,
but that's right.
That was a pivotal moment right there as well.
It was either a home run or a strikeout is what I was looking for, and I got the strikeout. So
great game, and thank you, D. Scott Howard in the fan base. Thank you, both. Only because there's so much abuse coming my way. Thank you. But Buckshot, you run me close all the way through the season, and also right here, man. Congratulations, man. Yeah. Brilliant performance.
Yeah, hell of a good fight. You took it to 7. And MV, what can I say? Congratulations. Everyone congratulating you, and also telling Buckshot good game, and these guys aren't just saying that to make you feel good. So
Yeah,
you did. You played a hell of a game, man.
Yeah,
And
no,
I'll tell you
I'm
what,
very
the
happy
neat
with it.
thing too is, unconventionally with that lineup that you went with, it was. I mean, really, it wasn't like you didn't get slaughtered.
No,
You,
no, no,
so
no,
you
no. I
managed
had
to
to
do
try
well.
something different. I have
it was
not.
only once. Go on,
It's
fucking.
no, I was just saying, it's come down to home field advantage. He won every game at his place. I won every game at my place. I had to shake things up in this game, and yeah, no, I mean,
What was the pivotal moment? I've actually forgotten what was the pivotal moment in the game. I'm so concentrating so much. I don't. When did it turn?
yeah, it was just that triple that
The
knocked in
triple in the
that
sixth.
lead run. Yeah,
Yeah, the
that
triple
killed
in the
it.
6th inning, MV.
And who was the triple guy?
Alexi Ramirez,
All
Yeah,
right.
let's go.
Okay.
the
Yeah.
guy that you
Yeah.
eventually pinch hit for, which was pretty
Yeah.
interesting.
Yep.
But, well, I had him. I knew that I wanted him against a lefty. He can hit a lefty better than Kinsler in the season, not in real life. So I just went with what was the hot hand against lefties in that case. Now, to be honest, I played sim over sim over sim, and we don't beat the Chicos at all. So I'm completely, elated with this one. Brown and Waymer both kill me. But
No, I can't hit in your park. My team struggled in
I don't
hitting
know
in your
why.
park every single game.
Yeah. And
Every single
Sean
game.
was telling me to use Whitey Ford, and I was really tempted because he's got a hold rating against. And I thought, well, keep Steinweiss off base. That's impossible. Snuffy Steinweiss gets on base. He's just an incredible player, man. Seriously. And those pitchers, your pitching stuff is Tom Seaver, Mordecai Brown, Jake Weimer, all those guys. These are bad boys. Even Littell, I say even, he was excellent. He didn't pitch badly. Nobody pitched badly.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was just that turning point of the triple.
That
Yep.
triple turned. Yep, that triple turned it. Yep.
And as far as midlife crisis, it was actually a compliment. We say it's a heck of a consolation. It's actually a compliment because he went against conventional wisdom and had two players in there that hardly had any playing time, even in the regular season, and trying to shake it up and to be able to hold it and lose to his strong team to lose just by a score 3-1. I think says a lot about actually. So meant as a compliment. Certainly, I know it can sounded a bit flippant, but certainly meant to be a attaboy. Excellent managing and taking chances. But that triple was excellent. I think the other thing too, MV, you go into your pen, not letting your starter try to drag it out.
Right.
I think you might have run into some trouble because that bench for Chico bail bonds, because everybody's looking at George Foster. I'm seeing Johnny Bench there. I'm like, this is a loaded bench. So
yeah, but see, I've already known George Foster. Everybody says George Foster, but he has struck out.
Your team.
If you look at his strikeout,
Yeah.
he strikes out against right-handed pitchers all the time.
Right.
I think he may have even led my team in strikeouts.
Yes,
he did. In fact, look at the thing right there: 134 strikeouts in the season. That's why he didn't get the start, and that's why I didn't want to go to him, because he led strikeouts for my team.
Right. Yeah. Although my bullpen, as you know, Frank Francisco, he's lights out in the 7th inning. So all I try to get it to do is try and get it to Rolly Fingers, who made it really exciting in the 9th inning. I don't trust Arroyo at all. Everyone knows I do not like Arroyo. Right. So it was either you got to beat Rolly Fingers, and you nearly did, to be honest with you. So, and Mordecai Brown as well. I mean, he's untouchable, so what a game. What a series.
Really good game. Some question from the just some questions in there, but if you guys choose to answer them, you can. So, but that being said, it was really, really fun to do this. I'm not sure, David and Sean, when you're ready to do your game 6, just let folks know. And I guess whoever's going to be up next to broadcast will be doing your game 6.
Yeah, good call, Beatles. Good game.
Thank you, man.
Good job,
Appreciate
Beatles.
it, guys.
As
Thank
always. You bring that drama to it as well, that flair. So, oh my God,
the reason for Frank Chance is because he's a good hitter. He's gotten a lot of good hits for me, and he's fast. He could steal. He's one of my base stealers. So if I get him on base in that pinch hit situation, I can move him. Somebody asked, Sean asked, and that's why I put him on there, because I knew if he got on base, he's fast enough to possibly steal, and I can move him around. That's why Frank Chance.
I mean, that was a good move, and I mean, he uses the term obsession, but I would say that was. Hopefully that was tongue planted firmly in cheek. I mean, Frank Chance Definitely,
He
that's
played.
a good choice. You know,
He played.
Chance
He played.
Chance is he's gonna create runs if he gets on.
Yeah, he played half the games as a lot of other players, and he was third in stolen bases for me. So why wouldn't I try and pinch hit with Chance early in that inning to try and get a base runner on there?
Mm-hmm.
And he hits the ball very well.
Yeah, he does.
He had
Yes,
a
he
very good
does.
average.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he was.
So-
Frank Chance was not a light hitter by any stretch of
Nope.
the imagination. Well, guys, this was a lot of fun. You know, and again, I know there's going to be a lot of Monday morning managing. It's going on right now. You know, but that's what it is, and you know, this one in the books. And again, congratulations to both of you. I mean, Buckshot, you put together a great team. You had a great season. Stern Weiss, I think, really just amazing for you.
that was a
just
great
astounding
player.
numbers.
Yeah.
And MV, you know, again, all the wizardry that you do. So, congrats to both of you. MV advancing to the World Series. So Tampa Bay and Canada. Tampa Bay, again, of the four leaders, the four division winners in this, having the weakest record, that just took 2 straight from Canada. So that's pretty significant. Canada having the best league in Field of Dreams, in this Field of Dreams project. So it's I won't say that it's a foregone conclusion. Tampa Bay, though, Tampa Bay's got to hope for 3 straight here. They've got to force a Game 7, got to do it. They have to. It's a must-win situation anyhow. But that is going to be crazy if that one goes to 7. So David, hopefully, and Sean, you know, I know everybody wants to get this done. It's pretty much the consensus is that the World Series will be 1 game per day. So, and I guess we'll just rotate broadcasters, Bernie, Mike, Buckshot, myself. So luckily none of us who had teams will be in the World Series regardless. So yes, I know that Tampa, I keep saying David, I mean Jamie. So Jamie not with us. Sorry about that. Thank you for that correction there, Sean. All right, guys, that's it. I want to thank World's Worst Gamer for coming in today to this great Game 7. To David Lando, Midlife Crisis, Mike Silva, Big Clue, D. Scott Howard, Yoko 007, who was in here was in the ballpark for a bit. Todd B, thank you, Todd B. Slash Deep Gaming and Midlife Crisis. I always say his name twice because why the hell not? Let me see. I don't want to miss anybody. Of course, I did say Big Clue, but I'll say Big Clue again. And of course, you and Buckshot too. You know, just amazing to have you guys on here and managing like this. And that's it. Mike Silva was the first one here today at Old Yankee Stadium. And yes, the wager still stands. The wager still stands.
Almost got it.
Oh,
yep.
Almost, yeah.
Almost got it. Yeah. So with that, gents, until until I don't know what I'm going to be doing next. I might be doing a little, creating a mini project for in anticipation of season 2 Field of Dreams before concurrent with the upcoming McGreevy draft. So what I'm going to be doing is taking a number of teams from 1917, 1969, and 1994, putting them in a tournament and out of the park baseball. So for those of you who want to see some of these teams play out, it's probably going to be the top 4 teams from each season. So they'll give us a little 12-team tournament. Might be fun, just for something to do while we wait for the World Series to get started and along with it. Till next time, see everybody around the batting cage. Take care. And guys, thank you. You two made this so much fun.
Thank you, Peter. It was a fantastic job. Appreciate it.
Guys,
Appreciate
thank you.
Take care.
All right. Ta.